Right. Okay, let's call it, it's 5:30, let's call the meeting to order. Okay. Is there okay, we need to discuss the minutes. Any questions or comments on the minutes? Okay,
I know there's two online, so you can also make a motion.
Yes,
So-
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
Motion's been made to approve the minutes. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, no opposed. Okay, minutes approved. Okay, let's go. Any public comment?
Yes, I believe there's one from the Rotary Sunrise. Welcome, Mr. Chacon.
Oh, good afternoon or good evening. How are you all?
Doing well?
Excellent. Well, I was asked to attend. George Lee was really the one. Oh, there he is.
There he is. Okay, takes over.
Well, actually, I'm with the Brownsville Sunrise Rotary Club, and George Olivo is one of our members, and he chairs one of our committee, and he's of course a member of your board as well, as what I understand. But anyway, George, good to see you back.
Thank you.
Good to see you on Zoom, and hopefully you're doing well. But I don't know, is there anything that you wanted me to share, George, with the library as far as comments is concerned, or is there something that you might wanted to address to this group?
No, not anything in particular at this time.
Okay, well, again, we're with the as a comment, just a public comment, that we're here with the Brownsville Rotary Club. So if there's anything that we can help the library or any way we can participate, we're always available for that. And again, you can contact George or contact any of our Rotarians from our club. I know Dalila Garcia is also one of our club members. So we're here to try to assist in any event or anything that you all need from us. So that was just a public comment that I wanted to make, just make you aware of us.
Yes, Mr. Chacon, thank you for that. We are going to be having our 30th anniversary, at the main branch on September 25th. I don't know if you want to be part of that. And I know that Ms. Dalila shared with us over the weekend an email about a proposal for some reading or literacy initiative sometime in September, I believe, on a Saturday. And so if we can meet in person to see how we can make it happen, because at the end of the day, no matter how advanced we move forward with the libraries, the foundation is still literacy. So we can meet in person. I know that we were dialoguing back and forth via email on a proposal. So we're looking forward to meeting in person and see what we can do. But you're definitely invited to our 30-year anniversary of the main branch to show what you have to offer. But any other initiative, definitely the answer is yes. It's just a matter of how we can make it happen. So thank you for being part of it. One of our things that are being asked is that we need to collaborate with other entities, nonprofit and such, to further enhance our services and help each other out for the betterment of our community.
Fantastic. Thank you, Sean. I'll be looking forward to that. Just respond to that email, keep Dalila informed, and we'll coordinate this, and we'll meet some more and get that taken care of. We'll be glad to be part of it.
Thank you, Mr. Chacon.
Thank you.
And now that Mr. Olivo is here, I cede the chair to Mr. Olivo.
We're number 4.
Number 4, okay. Thank you. 30th anniversary celebration update.
Want to do it, Brenda, or you want to do it? Okay, so you know, our main branch 30-year anniversary was supposed to happen on May 15th of this past year, but because of the unfortunate thing that happened, we have finalized a date, which will be September 25th, same time, 5:30 to 8 at the main branch. It's the same program, and so I just want to let you know. Obviously, we're going to have another meeting before that, but I didn't want to waste time and tell you that we move forward, and hopefully we're able to celebrate it. And with that, then next year we'll be here at the main for the 20 years, right? No, 25 years. So again, the May 15th one's going to be September 25th. 5:30 to 8. Any questions on that?
Further
It's
discussion?
the same program.
Okay, thank you for that. Proposal of library opening hours.
Yes. So good afternoon once again. As you know, we made some changes a couple of years ago to have the same hours of operation, both at the main branch and at the Southmost branch. Currently, the main and Southmost hours of operation is Monday to Thursday is 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And so that we went from 67 to 68 hours. And so we're thinking, again, this is just a proposal. We're thinking based on our observations, possibly, and again, it's infancy stages of opening at 9 o'clock. Staff is already here, and there's sometimes we have people waiting out there early. Offices normally open at 8 o'clock. We can't open at 8 o'clock because of staffing, but we've been looking at the possibility, and I haven't brought it by administration yet, but I need the board's opinion first and foremost to see if we possibility of opening 9 a.m. to better serve our residents of Brownsville here and at Main, definitely at Main. When we open, people are already waiting there from 9:15. So
You have a count? Sorry.
do we have a count? No, it's impossible to not have a count.
An approximation, maybe.
If I can guess, at Main, but 20 or 30.
Okay.
And at Southmost, because sometimes I get here and I have my coffee out there and I see people driving, get off, and then I tell them we're closing until 10. And so, and obviously it's impossible to know an exact count because some people know it's at 10 o'clock, but if we open for 9 o'clock. And again, we already have staff here because of operations to prepare. But again, this is in infancy stages. It's not a done deal yet because it's very delicate. Because once we do this, can't go back. And so we might even put it as a pilot hours, see how that works. It has not, we've been thinking about it for a while, Brenda, and again, at the end of the day, and I think somebody mentioned it, working for the public, you have to have a certain mindset. And we're here to serve the public. We're not here to be rich. And so to be an employee of the city or government, you have to have an open mind that we're here to help the public, and turning people away is not a good thing. And so I think 9 o'clock will be a good option, but it's very hard to jump off that plane because we can't, well, siempre no, so we have to think about it. But logistically, we noticed that we already here, some staff get here at 7:30, some get 8, so there's time. And so if we can improve our services without affecting our staff, and we are, for the most part, fully staffed, we have more continuity, we have less part-timers, more full-timers, so we have less rotation of the staff. We're fully staffed and librarians. We have one vacancy in upper management, but for the most part, the staff is here, and our goal is to provide services for the residents. But again, no decision has been made yet. I haven't reached the subject with the administration, but the first thing they're going to ask, what does the board think? And so I'm bringing it up for you for your opinion.
I think it's an excellent idea if there's a need and the clientele is there and the staff is willing to. I think it's an excellent idea.
Yeah, the staff is already scheduled for the most part to open. And again, it's not going to be like, it's going to be a rush. So the staff is already here to have opening procedures.
So the fact that you already have people waiting to demonstrate that there's a need.
There's a need.
So, yeah, that I can totally see opening there. My question would also lie on the fact that I know that we close at 6 certain days. And I'm very familiar with the fact that there's a lot of college students and everything that study for finals. Is there a possibility maybe in the future expanding?
Well, I'm sorry to say this, but we did have data because on Sunday, we closed at 8, and data, we did a report. We had another department that deals just with projects. They did based on statistics, they did a report, and data showed that the lowest percentage was in the evenings on those days. On those days, meaning Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it was not, data did not prove support having that 8 o'clock. And staff, it helped the morale of the staff. The staff left at 8. and they had to open up the following day, and even though it was not busy, so it was, and decision is always gonna be made on data. This is not, it was my opinion, it's based on data, and it's a good observation, Mr. Lampa, you were not here when we made that decision before, it was 1 to 8 on Sundays, and the data did not support it.
Okay, well, as long as you got the data, we're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely, I like the 9 o'clock because I've looked up what time y'all open before with young kids. The earlier, the better, like the zoos open at 9, I know that. So I think 9 o'clock is a great time if the staff is willing.
Again, with the condition, if it does move forward, we can't do 8 o'clock, that will be a strain on staff. And the services would hinder it, because we would.
No, I said 9 o'clock. I like
No,
the
I
9
understand,
o'clock.
so 9 o'clock would be awesome, but I think that would be the best we could do.
I like the idea of doing it as like a trial to
Yeah.
see how it works out before
Yeah.
you permanently make it
Yeah.
something.
But make sure that when it's announced, that it is announced as a piloted,
Yes,
because that way there's no expectation of, hey, you said you were gonna open.
correct.
And then go back, we're gonna just try it on a
Yeah,
trial basis.
and normally when we do things like this, we always do it at the beginning of the fiscal year, so if we were to do it, it will be done October 1st. So, I think administration will be supportive if you guys support it.
I think if the patrons are there before the time the library opens, then you have the data that supports that there is a need to have the library open.
Thank you. So overall, positive?
Positive.
Positive.
Okay, we move forward. I'll bring up something next month. We're having a meeting with administration. Again, they have to make the final decision, but your support definitely helps.
Okay. There's no further discussion on this. We'll move on to the next item on our agenda, library report. We'll start with adult services.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. My name is Jose Gonzalez. Let's start out with our little libraries. So here we are. These were the most recent, thanks to Lazaro's Eagle Eye that he found. There's one, actually a new one at Sonic Hamburgers. Which is, yes,
Love it.
yeah, I know. I actually went there last month when I was driving, leaving books in little libraries. Sure enough, it's there. It felt kind of strange that I wasn't stopping by for a burger, but was actually leaving stuff for the little library.
You could have gone and gotten
I
it.
know, sir, I'm sorry. I was in the city truck.
And when you're there, just give me a chili cheese.
I'll get you a part, don't worry. And so I stocked it up, and it's very popular because I did pass by this weekend, not for the little library, but I was doing some other things. I turned around, and yes, it does need a little bit of more books, so it's becoming popular there. To the middle one as well, that's Rosa Ayala, which is the one here by Salmos. It's a closed neighborhood park. And then the one over here, it's Portway, and also that one's really popular, the one in front of Perkins. I know Miss Bobby told me there's one at Central Boulevard.
Central Avenue.
Central Avenue, Boca Chica is right in the corner. There's a park right there in the corner. So tomorrow I'm going to schedule to do little library, so I'm going to stop by that one and then go visit all the rest that we have.
And what about the two that?
Yes, Miss Martinez from Motivata.
Uh-huh.
She said she was going to get back to me once school started. So we're good with that.
Martinez?
Miss Laura Martinez, she sent me assistant principal. She sent me an email, really nice one, really nice email.
Okay.
And she said, will get back to me once school starts, and is super excited to work with us. Now, the challenge has been still, that one's still pending.
Okay.
But if I have a chance, I'll stop by tomorrow when I'm delivering, but she's on my list still. Mhm. And yes, well, 11 little libraries I went there last month and delivered more than 129 books. But tomorrow, hopefully I can beat that record. Next, thank you. The adult computer classes, well, they finished. Right now, we're on break. They were very successful again, from 5 to 12 patrons each class. We did computer parts, internet security. But for the one in September, we're going to start a new batch. We'll be learning a language. Mango has been so popular here with us. Email, how to create your PowerPoint, and Canopy and FreeGal, how to get movies streaming as well. We did have our first Amelia Earhart presentation. And as you can see, we're there, Myra and Dulce and myself were there. We had 11 people show up. We had a huge thunderstorm that evening, I remember. And we were having so much fun with Amelia Earhart. There were a lot of kids there. They didn't really know much history about her. So our presentation that we created helped us so much. And numerous books were checked out from Amelia Earhart as well. So that was a huge success.
Great.
Yes. Next, please. And then, okay. Picnic day was so much fun. we had it outside. So we came up with BYOB, which is bring your own bike. So kids were able to bring in their own bikes, adults bring in their own bikes, and we closed Manzano here, and they can have a good time here and use our bikes. So we had 127 people show up. So we have watermelon tea, sandwiches, and thank you so much to Miss Hannah Vigera. She actually donated a bike to us with a helmet and pump as well. So yes, it was so nice. She was so nice. She came in on a Saturday morning and she kept her word and brought it to us. So a huge thank you to her. I never knew the power of a kitty, Sanrio. Hello, Kitty. We underestimated the power of that cat because we thought we weren't going to have a lot of people show up. You know, it's just another trivia night. We had 93 people show up here for that event. We would ask 100 questions, and we had 100 questions could be, and then we asked 50 in total. It was a trivia night. Amazing how many people know about Hello Kitty and Sanrio in total. So we had a lot of adults. Adults were overpowering the kids as to the knowledge as to what it was. Amazing. No cheating, obviously, with someone who were very vigilant as well. So that was a huge success. Hopefully in a few months, we'll do another one, and we're shooting for Harry Potter. And I know, no, that's gonna be another one. It's super.
I have a friend that has an AR. Hello Kitty AR.
I've seen that. Then we had the adult services committee, so that was super fun. The patrons were asking a lot of information about hopefully in the future we can implement mental health wellness for adults programs and home and finance literacy for adults as well. And we are doing that already, so we're keeping our word and moving forward with that. But yes, the next slide, please. And then this is what's coming up in August, but we already have the back to school. Oh gosh, it was so much fun. The back to school was so much fun. We have more than 600 in total, 300 here and 300 over there. It was amazing. But those are the programs that we're gonna have. Financial literacy, let's get cooking. Right now I'm heading over there. My apron is waiting. Glass marble candle holder will be on Thursday. Speaking of dementia and Alzheimer's, we're gonna have that too. And how to register to vote for the upcoming elections as well. So we have a lot of programs coming up for our adults and for our community. So we are definitely looking forward to it. Thank you.
Any questions? You always have very successful programs. I know that
Thank you.
because not this, I guess last month I was out for one meeting when you all had the Pokemon at the Central Library. Oh my God, that was the crowds there were just unbelievable. So we thank you all for everything that you do with these events to attract patrons to come out.
Thank you.
Anything else under adult services? Questions? Youth services?
I'm Stila, so I'll present on youth services. So as you know, we had our summer reading program over the summer. And so that came to a close on July 31st at our award ceremony. So here are just kind of some numbers on how that went for us. So the most important part of the program is the reading logs. That's how you enter into our giveaway, and that's how, you track your reading over the summer. So at the main branch, we had a total of 245 reading logs returned. And then here at Southmost, we had a total of 159 reading logs returned. And we're actually really happy with those numbers. It's easy to get people to register. It's really hard to get people to return their reading logs. So we're happy with the amount of people who brought them back. And then our brag tags. So as a reminder, the brag tags were little tags they could get at our events. And if they collected 6 brag tags, they get entered into a giveaway. So at the main branch, we had 157 of those brag tags brought in to be entered. And then at Southmost, we had 141. So the significance of that number is that means we had an average of about 150 people coming to all of our programs. So it was a very, very busy summer. We had, between 90 and 150, sometimes 200 people just at a regular kids night or makerspace event. So we're really, really proud of those numbers.
And I'm gonna add something to that. The logs seemed to be low, but the attendance was at every is high. I've been here a long time, and you follow us on Facebook and all that. And it's just all the pictures. People were here. It was a good problem to have running out of product, running out of items, and too many people. But obviously it's hard to bring people to submit the logs. But the intention was there and people did attend, and I want to commend Taylor for leading this project along with Ms. Avery for the first one. So it was a great summer reading program. The best ever, in my opinion. Sorry, Taylor.
No, that's fine. Thank you so much. We had a lot of fun. It was very crazy, but in a good way, I guess. So here are just some pictures for some of our programs. On the far left, that was when the zoo came to visit. They brought like several animals for the kids to touch, and of course they love that. In the middle, we had our make-believe day, so they could either choose to do like a fairy, kind of magic fairy project, or they could do a night project. And on the far right, that was an outer space project. And then on the bottom, that is actually the woman in the green dress. That is actually author Meg Medina. She's an award-winning author, and we had the privilege of having her here presenting to our kids. The teen over on the left, her name is Sophia. She's one of our patrons. She's a big reader, and she was actually interviewed by Miss Medina during this presentation. So it was really cool to have an author like her here. She's very, very nice, and all those books that are in the center, she actually signed them. They're from our collection, so she signed all of them. So we have some signed copies in our collection now. And it was, that one I liked because it was a little bit of a learning experience. We learned like who's interested in author talks. It was an experience in like shifting things at the last minute because it was geared more towards older kids, but we had a lot of little kids. So it went from what should have been like an excerpt reading to like a story time. So it was really interesting, but it was really fun and a really, really cool experience. This was our award ceremony. So as you can see, we had a lot of people come to the award ceremony. It was very chaotic and maybe not in a good way. We learned a lot of lessons that day, but we did have a lot of people show up. You know, they were required to attend in order to win.
You took that picture early, right?
Yes.
Because my wife and I came and we couldn't even get into that room.
Yeah.
That's actually what I was going to mention that.
Yeah.
It doesn't
really do it
the amount of
justice.
people that were there. It's built all the way into the lobby.
Yeah, our cameraman was in the room. He was not out in the lobby.
Yeah.
So, but you know, like I said, we learned from it. We actually think that the main branch is probably not the best place to host a ceremony like that, just because of the capacity of the room. So we're thinking of moving it to Southmost as like a permanent thing, just because we have so much more space on the open floor. But of course, all of our winners were happy, so that was cool. Everyone was so excited to win the prizes that they won. We had our winner of the PlayStation down there sitting at the front. She was actually the winner of the brag tag giveaway. And so it was cool. And like I said, we learned a lot from it. But so that's the recap on the summer program.
And then you get.
Because pictures of the chaos. Yeah, my family went and they were not getting in the door either. I told them to get there early and they didn't listen.
Yeah.
So now that summer's over, we're going back to more of our regular program, which includes our stories and snacks that happen every Wednesday. Excuse me. We're bringing back bilingual story times. I think they're before my time. I know I say like we're starting bilingual story times. I know that we've done them in the past, but they're before my time. So we're bringing them back in a sense. So it'll be every second Wednesday will be a bilingual Spanish story time. And then we're going to have our Lego labs on the fourth Friday of every month, our toddler play dates on the first Friday of every month. And then our kids' nights this month in August we're taking it easy because we went really crazy in the summer. So we're chilling it out for August a little bit.
In theory.
So our first kids' night is tomorrow. It's just going to be games and puzzles. So relatively relaxing night. We're going to put out some giant floor puzzles that we have and games for the kids to play with their families. And then next week, we're going to do a little sun catcher craft. But that is everything. Thank you.
Any questions? Thank you so much for that report. Teen Services.
Hi, I'll be presenting on teen services. Again, this is going to be slightly a recap on our last summer reading program events that we had. So for July 2nd, we had our teen DIY rockets. It was very well attended. We had over 100 people show up at both locations for these events. So really nice. It was a very simple craft. Everybody was able to personalize their own rocket, and they were able to play with it as much as they would like. We had a lot of parents who were very excited about the idea of recreating this at home. So I went ahead and I shared the information where I found it online with parents, as I try to do for any events that I borrow from. For our July 30th, we had our teen DIY artifacts. We had slightly less numbers for this one, just because I think most people had attended the events and had most of their brag tags ready to go. But we had I want to say we had 49 at Maine, and we had 43 attendance here at Southmost. So still very good numbers, considering that it's the end of the summer, right before our SRP award ceremony. And everybody that came by, participated, had a lot of fun. We had one of our wonderful library aides create a presentation about what artifacts are, the importance to our history, and they were able to feature their information and their background in the topic through a presentation, and it received really good reviews. So coming up in August, we just had our team game night. Again, we wanted to take it easy, have a nice, fun event to welcome back teens, and to have new teens attend and have a good little fun introduction to what teen nights are. Coming up, we're going to have our One Piece scavenger hunt. We'll be playing a movie. It'll be One Piece Red, and we'll have a One Piece themed scavenger hunt. We would like to give a big thanks to Makerspace, who printed out 3 devil fruits, which is part of the show, per branch, so that we can give them away at our event. If anyone's interested as to what they look like, we have an example outside in our display case. And that's coming up at the end of the month. And then the Teen Advisory Club will be happening again in Maine only at the end of the month. So the teen librarian Sarah is going to be heading that one over there. We're excited about our events and to see what feedback our teens have, so that we can ensure that we have the right ideas and activities and events for the age group that we're servicing. Thank you so much. Any questions?
Questions? Thank you so much for that report. Makerspace Services.
Hey guys. So first off, Pokemon Go Fest. This was a Maine only event where we ended up with 637 people attending. We had Pikachu attending, as well as people cosplaying for the event. Cosplaying was not required, but you could just see the enthusiasm from the community where they wanted to come in costume. Considering that this game is already well over 3 years old, the amount of support that there is in this game. I also play it. I didn't attend that day because I was feeling a little under the weather, but it was very, very popular of an event. Then during the month of July, we had DIY Nook Cranny, which I have my sample here of what it was supposed to look like. This is from a video game that you could play on the Nintendo Switch. And this is a little store that you buy our stuff. So we made a model out of it, foam and some fake wood. And so patrons were, we asked them to build this, but they were creative enough. The patron on the left actually made a mock-up of their own house with the materials provided. And then the family on the right all made different types of houses that they would like to live in. Maine had 118 people in attendance, and Southmost had 220 people in attendance.
Wow. That sounds like Maine.
During the month of August, we'll be having our stained glass painting night. So I made a sample of Spider-Man.
I love it.
And so this isn't what they have to recreate. They'll be making their own designs, but they'll be given the supplies to create their own stained glass, and they could hang this. I didn't take into consideration that's he's gonna be on it sideways, but
You do it on purpose.
still Spider. Yeah, he's hanging.
Yeah.
So this is my sample for me, and patrons are welcome to do their own designs. Just we're giving them the glass and the paint and the material for event. Southmost is gonna be on August 19th, and Maine is gonna be in August 26th. And these are all the people that attend, the people that were inside of the main meeting room during the Pokemon Go Fest.
My daughter-in-law went, she couldn't even get into the building that they were outside.
Yeah.
It was really well-attended event. It was nice. Everyone was involved. Everyone that was there was involved at some one or the stations that y'all had set up.
Yeah, it was a situation where we had to make an executive decision and bring staff from Southwest at the last minute and David Bear's skeleton crew here because it was overwhelming. Good problem to have.
Wow. Will y'all think of doing it in Southmost next time, or
It's something that we're gonna be discussing to see if maybe we could do it at Southmost.
a little bit bigger, more space for?
More space, and we do also have the 2 Pokemon stops, so it is something that would be possible.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Anyone? Thank you for that report. Moving on to Friends of the Library.
We're working on our schedule to keep it going at one of the stores almost every day, so see me around a lot. I have been pulling older stock that's been sitting and making room for new stuff, and we'll be preparing for another sale in February.
And again, we just discussed about the summer reading program. All this couldn't happen without the friends. We need their support, let's be honest here, because the funding does help all the giveaways. So, and again, we're blessed to have Bobby as the leader because she's always here. Where she finds the energy to always be here.
I'm here as much as the staff.
And I just want to add to that, that as you plan activities, reach out to organizations such as Rotary, as Mr. Chacon said earlier, when he was talking to the group. I am involved with Rotary also. If we need people, if you need volunteers for any event, if you let me know a couple of days ahead, I can bring you 8 to 10 people that'll volunteer with Rotary.
Especially like
Okay.
with the hopefully a big book sale, maybe we can do.
Right, if you let me know ahead of time, I can ask for volunteers and then give you their names and their numbers and just set you up with everything for them to come and do the volunteer time. Anything else? And we need a motion to adjourn.
Yeah, the one thing that's I always ask the board every once in a while is, I know that we do it every other, we switch. Do you still like that pattern? Do you want to have 2 at Main? Because logistically on the Southmost, how do you want? Keep it the same?
Keep it the same. And I apologize for running late.
No problem.
Medication knocked me out.
Well, so this is, hello? Hello?
Yes.
This is Chris. I'm also coming from the other side of town. I mean, I know it's fair to do both, but Southmost is harder. So I'll be in favor of two at Central, one at Southmost, but I mean, I'll obviously defer to the group.
No. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Pineda, for joining us. Any questions?
I make a motion that we adjourn.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Second. Yes.
I was just gonna second the adjournment.
Okay.
It was seconded, so all in favor? Aye. Thank you for attending.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.